Ladies, I'm just coming on. I've made this box. It's a gift, and it's going in the post. Well, it's getting taped up in a box tonight, and I've taken some photos of it, and it is on my crafty Facebook. So those ladies that have already seen it, please don't put anything in the comments of who this is going to. I know that there's probably two ladies. Maybe it might just be one. Possibly two that know who this is for. Don't put anything in the comments because it's obviously a surprise. Right, so it's an altered box, and it started life as a Christian Dior perfume box. It held some very, very expensive perfume that my husband bought me. Not last year, the year before, I think, at Christmas, and I've hoarded this box thinking I'd turn it into something. So underneath here it does say Dior in gold writing, and it's like a leather effect, but it's not leather, you know, and the top's like padded. So what I've done is, if I zoom in, I've started off by putting a lovely doily on, and then we've got a picture of Lily here. It's Lily Elise, the famous actress. It's one of my favourite vintage images. I've got a small collection. Excuse me, now that I've got wind again. Because I've always just eaten whenever I'm filming. I've got a small collection of vintage images now that I really, really like, that I have on my hard drive, and I just print one off whenever I want it. And I put it onto photo paper because it's already got a bit of a shine to it, and it's stable enough to protect it, so you don't need to Mod Podge it or put anything over. And I've just put a bit of stickles in a hair there. And then on the top of this lovely doily here, it's a big doily that fills the whole box, and then just on top of that, around it, just framing the doily, is the very last bits of the remnants of wedding applique. Now this is off my wedding dress. I've mentioned it before, I had quite a lot cut off the bottom of my wedding dress when I ordered it. When it came, it was far too long, so I had to have it altered, and obviously they gave me all the appliques. And that was long before I started really crafting like this, but I did keep it, and I've decided to use it, and I've used what's left of it on this project because I consider it to be quite special. And then I've done this, I framed the photo with these little tiny beaded trim that I had gifted, and then this beaded cluster here. I do make these. Where's mine? But I don't think that's my actual. These are the ones that I do. That way around. But I think this one I've used because I use. These are just like silver beads. This one's got little tiny diamantes on. If you look really closely, proper diamantes. And I think Karen McClure sent me that. So I put it on because it's got the diamantes and I wanted it to be special. But those are the ones that I make. Flower spray here. I've put a little bit of gathered lace under there, and then some little beads there, and a variety of flowers and these little buds, and some little curled pieces. And then I've blinged it up with this is like, it's not pink, it's like almost peachy kind of bling trim, and it's all the way around, all the way around and all the way around the back. Okay, and that little flower bow there was just hiding the join, because that is ribbon. Is it cross grain or gross grain, whatever you call it, ribbon, and that's where it joined, and I wanted to hide the join. And then this little leaf trim here with the pearly beads. It's one of my favourite trims. Amanda Nash gifted me a lot of it, and I've used that. And then the little knob there is one of the, let me see if I've got one in there. It's just one of these, and I stuck it on a 1-inch circle, cut out circle, and put bling trim, carefully bling trim around it, and it's made a little knob to open and close the box. And then I've just put some lace on the bottom that I got in my lace kit from Fiona, one of the lovely laces, And then underneath, so I haven't done anything to the actual box, that's how it was. Because there was nothing wrong with it, and it was nice, so there was no point painting it. But just underneath I have covered with felt and put little feet on. Because I'd stashed this box for, well, nearly 2 years, the bottom was just a tiny little bit grubber. So I've covered it with felt. And then inside, let's hope it hasn't all fallen to pieces inside. This is what we've got inside. And inside this box is all lined with satin. So I left that as it was. And on this one I've put pink bling trim all the way around there. And underneath here is a piece... Oops! Sorry, it fell over then. Underneath here is a piece of styrofoam. And I have wrapped the styrofoam with wadding to make it a bit more, cushioned. And then I've used some of this lovely floral material. See if I can get my camera a bit more stable because I'm waving. And that was gifted to me by Gemma Lowe. And then I've put this tiny trim on, bows. I think I had that gifted as well. Who gave me that? I don't know if Geraldine gave me that, but I'm not sure. And then I've stuck this little flower on. And then I've made these stick pins. I just love making stick pins that are I try and make them a little bit different. So those are acrylic hearts, and it's got a move in there, fan and flower, and they're all stickled. And then this one is an imitation of one of Fiona's cameo ones, and I've put fake bling trim round, and I've put a little bow there at the bottom, and a little flower at the top. And then some more that I've done. That one looks like it's got a rose in. I think Geraldine sent me those. Gorgeous. And then another one to match. I'm quite a symmetrical person, so I find that I have to have like things that match. I think it's to do with being a Leo. And then just another piece of wedding plate there. And then if we come down inside the box, I'm just hoping it doesn't tip up. I've actually made, this is actually like a little pillow, a padded pillow that I've made and sewn on my sewing machine, and then filled it with, I don't know if it's wadding or toy stuff in one or other, obviously. And then I just sewed the edges and with my sewing machine, and then I've just literally hot glued it and pressed it down. Gone around the edges with some pearl beads, some more of the lovely wedding applique here, just framing the bottom of the pillow. And then I've got 2 little flower sprays, one there, and then a mirror image of one in that corner, so there's the same in each. And then in the middle here I've got this lovely bling brooch on a lovely piece of applique that has been made by Geraldine. Little snippets that's come from. And then another stick pin that I've made there in the butterfly style with a little bow and a flower and feathers. One of my little 3D butterfly stick pins that I make with the flowers. And then these crystally ones, and these really pretty, like enamel type and sparkly rondelle, so they're pretty special beads. Well, I think they are. And then these ones, purple ones that I've made, and I think I did, yeah, put little bows on the back as well, because like I've said, I like to finish things really nicely to as high a standard as I can. So yeah, I think I've put a bow on the, I will have done, yeah, I've put a little bow on the back of that as well. I don't know why you do it, because nobody really sees the back, but I know it's there, so I like things done right. So yeah, I'll just put that down there a bit. So it's an altered box turned into a, well, it's a collection of stick pins, isn't it? So the person can either take them out or leave it open, and these are kind of like put in so that they're laid flat. You could stand them up and put more in, or you could keep it closed, whatever the person that is going to receive this would like. So there you go. As I say, I have put it on my Facebook page, and I think it's on the craft hole as well. So don't nobody mention who it's for, if you know, please. And then when she gets it, it'll be a lovely surprise. And I also, whilst I'm on, just want to show Crafty Moo, Amanda Nash, these, because she left me a comment on my winnings that I got from Spellbound, and Tibbs gave me, in with my prize pack, a bow maker. And now Crafty Moo said, oh, I'm surprised you hadn't made your own. I've got one made out of wood. Well, these were what I had before, Amanda Moo. They were cardboard. And that's how I used to make my bows. I went and fished them out at garage. I had them in my old sewing box in garage. So yeah, I did make my own before. And then I just want to show you, I've started making another stick pin book. I've got this lovely material that I've got from some curtains. I've sewn this one. I've decided I prefer them sewn. I don't like them glued. Not the covers. I've glued the lace on, but I don't want to glue the covers, because I don't know if it's the kind of glue that I use or what, or whether I'm a bit heavy-handed, but hot glue makes them stiff. It does when I do them. I've put this lovely cream rosette trim on that I've had gifted, and then I've just put this little mini eyelet lace that I got, I think I got it in a kit that I got off Fiona, and I've put it all the way around. And then I've just made some pages out of felt wrapped with a wide lace. And then I've run this lace along the bottom that is trimmed with ribbon at the top that I have reused from an old pair of curtains, and it had like this frilled trim on the edge, and I bought them from a charity shop. I've put on the little pinwheel ribbon that I made the other day with the applique, and I've put a gathered lace flower behind it. And then so far in the middle I've put a doily, lovely doily that, and 2 pieces of wedding applique. I think Berna gave me those. They're very, very pretty. And I think they're quite old, judging by some of the sequins are a little bit discoloured, which just shows to me that it's old. I mean, it adds to it. They still look pretty, very pretty. It just tells me that they're quite old. Appliques. It may have come off a wedding dress somewhere or something. I don't know. So, well, this is as far as I've got so far, and then I've put this lovely lace on the bottom with the dangles, which I got off my new source on Huddersfield Market from one of the Asian dressmaker guys. It's got some stunning lace, and that cost me, is it £2 a metre? But they always give you more. Dressmaking sellers always give you probably 1/4 of a metre extra in case it frays at either side, so I got quite a lot. I'll just show you, these are the trims that I got off him as well, because they're just stunning. I got this trim here off him. That was 50p a metre. I couldn't believe it. And he had it in every colour you can think of. And I got this one as well. Now this is what I call a bluey white. That's white. That one's white. And that one's like a bluey white. So the different shades, but 50p a metre. I couldn't believe it. And did I get this one as well? I think I got this off him as well, and that were 50p a metre. So, right ladies, well I just thought I'd show you those projects, what I've been up to. I'm now going to bed because I've had a bit of a hectic day with my little one at her birthday party, so I'm going to go and relax. So that's it for today ladies, so I hope you like those, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye for now.